a teacher. All right.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
What a pleasure to be here, truly. It's such a special event, and thank you, Paul, for inviting me. I've been a teacher with New York City Department of Education for 17 years. Now I'm part of bigger picture teacher evaluation system in New York City. And one part that we evaluate teachers on is classroom environment. And when I go in, I oftentimes see things that are not so pleasant. So and that's when I collaborated with Paul. I said, we have to do something about this because we have to bring peace into these classrooms. We have to have New York City Department of Education on board because my vision is to see every teacher, every student having this safe environment where they feel valued and interaction takes place at the highest level of civility and humanity, where we know and we have those resources to go within, to exercise mindfulness, and really truly be kind and loving to one another.
So this is from our good friends, May Peace Prevail on Earth, Peace Prayer Society, and shows that we have just produced that are being broadcast as we speak on peacechannel.com, including your beautiful, what's it called? Action for Peace United.
Oh, that too.
That as well, part of UNESCO, and lots of good stuff are happening worldwide. So to get now back to the school. Let's get back to school. All right. And it is so good to go into a middle school because we were successful, and there is a program in our New York City Board of Education. Right? It's called Respect for All. And what is Respect for All?
Well, we Respect for All establishes and implements programs to reinforce positive school environment and culture.
And they talk about child bullying and discrimination, and it's an annual program, but there are projects that go on all year. But in February, for an entire week, the Respect for All program goes into all schools. You know, this is the largest school system in the United States, New York, and so we partnered with them. Took a year
yes.
to go through the Board of Education, and we eventually succeeded with the right people who opened the doors and asked the schools who would like to be part of International Day of Peace. Now, International Day of Peace is happening, as we all know, all around the world, right? And McKinsey and Company, a major research company, has estimated that 1.6 billion people are aware of the International Day of Peace.
Yes.
So we're not a small community thinking about world peace. And that's good news, right? And other Board of Education systems in Los Angeles, Philadelphia, Chicago, they're doing stuff. And then there's all houses, because I'm in the good news seat. I get to see so many people doing good things. You know, lots of people looking to get 1 billion signatures for Kiss on Peace. USIP, Institute for Peace, the Peace Day Challenge. I think they got, I don't know, 250,000, 500,000 people to sign the Peace Day Challenge. And we were very lucky, our Good News Corporation here, somewhere, okay? We were very lucky because, one, we always have the Peace Prayer Society, and they've been very supportive of us, and those flags are from the May Peace Prevail on Earth group, which has their offices up in Armenia, upstate New York. And they have these peace poles. These poles are in 350,000 locations all over the world. They evolved out of Japan initially, okay, with the Hiroshima and things like that. So this year we were able to, with our new corporation, to get UNESCO to be partnering with us, which is a big honor. Such a major organization. And as a result of all these good news things, we were able to get a school to participate this year, one major school, and it's middle school 328. They're up on 164th Street in Washington Heights. So it's basically local people here. The principal there even worked with UNESCO on a project, so that was wonderful. And we today at 11:18, we videotaped this, and we'll actually Austin left here now to go and broadcast that segment. So tonight, if you go to goodnewsbroadcast.com, you can see the assistant principal in this technical room with this microphone. I never saw any of that. And we videotaped them going in there and saying, all right, in 15 minutes, everybody is going to take a moment of peace. And then, at 11:18, the entire school, 250 kids, had stopped everything that they were doing and gave some time to about peace. We had already met with 40 of the teachers the day before, and they had an assignment. So they were very well organized. And these are the questions that, well, first let me read something from UNESCO, okay? The Director General of UNESCO, Irina Bokova, she's the Director General, and I will say she's one of the contenders for the Undersecretary of the United Nations right now, of the top 10. And she's a woman, and somebody from Europe supposedly will be considered as the next UN Undersecretary General. So that's one major job, and she is the Director General of UNESCO. And she wrote a beautiful quote in our press release, but she sees the day as an important opportunity to raise awareness, especially among young people. Ms. Bokova stated that since wars, and this I thought was very powerful, since wars begin in the minds of men and women, and Scientology is into this minds of people big time. It is in the minds of men and women that peace must be constructed, right? And that's what we need to, all together now think on, because if your thoughts are positive and you have compassion and love in your soul, you're more than likely aren't going to punch somebody, right? And you're just going to say, I don't like you, or whatever you're going to say, but praise God that you just walk away and you don't cause any more disturbance. So these are the questions that they had a lesson plan, because they're very organized, like the teachers, more than I. And so these were the questions that they asked those 250 students.
Also in light of Common Core and discussions, those of you who have children in public school system. Okay, so these are wonderful questions. What does Ms. Bokova mean when she says wars begin in the minds of men and women? Do you have any personal experiences you can share? So these are very open-ended debates. What current events speak to the need for peace in our world? And what I personally like is that assistant principal emphasized that we should not only focus on negative, we should emphasize the positive. Because there are so many great things that are going on in the world, and we need our children to see. And have a discussion with your students. What does peace mean to me? So this is a great start.
Okay, so thank you, Kathy. And then